is about to go live online. Catch All Out Monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Oh yeah, she's back in town. You know what it is. And every time she is in town, it's got to be her stop. Great to catch up with her. Let's catch up with her with her hits, independent artist that she is. Of course, she's been traveling all over the world, but, you know, coming out of Australia. Is it a Pinoy Christmas? That's why she's here now, but she's here to promote new music. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, live in studio, Lara Andallo. Hey, Lara.
Are we?
Good. Nice hair. Love it.
Thank you. Got the red down.
Yeah. do people say, Beanie?
Definitely.
Yeah.
A mix of Lara and Mika.
Hey, that's
what I get on the street.
But how you been? You know what you've been up to? It's been quite, a year since
It's been a year exactly, which is pretty crazy. An anniversary.
Yeah, that's right. So how has the journey been, you know, from the last time we saw each other? You have been working nonstop. So what you been up to?
Yeah, I mean, last time I was out here, I was on tour with Kiana Lede. We did the Philippines. I did Australia and New Zealand with her as well, of course. But then in Australia, I guess I've been on tour with Bryson Tiller, Summer Walker, Party Next Door, Twee.
Wow.
Kind of a few. It's been a crazy year of touring, for sure.
And you know, when you are with these artists, when you do open up or you do join them and you get to hang with them, you know, what are the conversation like?
You know what? What I love about it is we meet each other at the same level and they treat you like peers. I feel like the people who are really at the top doing it, they really treat you with respect because they know the grind.
Yeah.
Like when I've been on festival lineups where it's all international artists and I'm the only one from Australia on the lineup, I always get those comments backstage where they're like, we see you, like we see that you show up and you give the exact same amount of effort and like passion into the show, even though you're like one of the first acts of the night, you know what I mean?
And it's different when you're like a first act of the night, right? But then if you give it like you're a headliner,
exactly.
that you know, when you do the show, I mean, what gets you that energy?
I think being around those people and just knowing that that's really going to be me in a few years. I really do know that.
It's all about road mapping yourself, right? You got to have that vision of what the dream is all about.
Got to be a bit delulu.
Well, it happens, you know. An iPhone would not be invented if it wasn't a crazy dude saying, you know, we could put that in the palm of your hands. Not a lot of people believe, but he did.
Yeah,
and,
that's what you got to do.
And, you know, how old were you when you discovered this, that you wanted to be a pop superstar or an R&B superstar?
Very young. I mean, I started playing instruments when I was 3, but releasing music at 16, and since then, it's always been this or nothing.
And, you know, your mom being in studio,
I know, so cute.
How did you convince her? Was she like, anak, you should be in the medical field? Is it like that?
It didn't take too much convincing because I know that they saw my passion, both my parents, so they allowed me to pursue what I wanted to do.
And it starts with that, you know, with a great dream, starts with the great support.
Definitely.
And what did they tell you about it? You know, they'll equip you with values, right? And
Yeah.
what did they tell you? Oh, anak, there's plenty of boys in the industry. You be careful. What is it? Guard your heart.
I think, honestly, coming to Australia, being first generation, I think they just wanted me to follow what I wanted to do and pursue what I'm passionate about because, you know, that's what they're allowing me to have those resources. And that's what I was focused on. And I think they knew that.
and, you know, coming in, for those that are tuning in, we have Lara Andallo. You're hearing her track Obsessed in the background, but she did release 2 tracks that she's promoting, but Obsessed was such a big track for you. How did Obsessed change your life?
I mean, it was my first independent single in years since I was a teenager. And honestly, to have the Philippines be one of the first countries outside of Australia to get to perform it, it just felt so full circle.
And as an independent artist, what's the difference? You know, I mean, you got a label, but this song is a banger. Who produced it? And, you know, when you were an independent artist, when was it? You know, I know you had to direct the music video and you had to do all that. How much of hands-on were you in this?
very hands-on. I think as an independent artist, you have to be. And I started this song in LA last year before I was catching my flight back to Australia. I always say that I write some of my favorite or best songs before I'm catching a flight.
Because you're waiting.
Yeah.
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 You get to calm down a little bit and just wait for that time.
Yeah, I feel like you just have less pressure. Yeah.
And what are the tips for you when it comes to songwriting? I mean, you have hooks here like crazy.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's just the consistency. You just have to keep doing it. You have to keep failing, keep making the mistakes, and then you get comfortable in the discomfort.
And it comes about with the hits. Now, when you first heard this on the radio, how did you feel? Like, yo, I'm an independent artist. Yeah, I'm hearing my tracks on the radio. People singing my song. People dancing to my song.
Honestly, it was crazier once I got here because that's what I'm saying. For it to be playing in Australia, where I'm born and raised, is cool. But then to come back to the motherland, do shows, and then have it play on the radio, like, that's insane.
Do you see yourself writing Tagalog songs?
I've been asked that a lot on this trip. I think the more that I come here and the more that I hear other artist songs, like the Taglish, it becomes more natural. So I only want to do it when it feels natural. Do you know what I mean?
And what would be the songs that you would like? And what would be the stuff that you would tackle?
Ooh.
LDR, heartbreak. What is it?
We'll see. To be confirmed.
Yeah, to be well,
Yeah.
on air, I'm gonna let y'all hear a track. Lara Andallo is joining us, but online, we're just gonna keep on talking. But I gotta let y'all hear the track. This is her hot track. This one's put on you.
Put you on.
Put you on. What's the story behind this one?
Put you on. I just wanted to do something fun. This record, I actually started performing on the Kiana Lede tour, and I kept it unreleased, and that's why the fans kept being like, "When is this demo coming out?" Like you play it so many times because now it's been like a year. So I knew that I had to get it out. So this one was definitely for the OG fans.
All right, here we go. We're gonna hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, if you have any questions for 09601367931, you can put it on the comment box. Or you're watching us. Lara Andallo joins us. Here's Put You On. Online, we're going to continue with our interview. Keep it locked in here on the Monster. All right, still hanging out with her. Of course, Lara Andallo joins us. Online, you're getting this exclusive that you guys get to watch, a Monster exclusive. Now, with you working with these different artists, when you came down here in the Philippines, how was that experience? How did they receive you?
As in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Like the artists out here?
Yeah.
Honestly, with open arms, it's been so cool. I forget that, also my accent is definitely a conversation starter. When
It's like, hello, and they're like, where are you from?
But also, they forget sometimes that I can understand Tagalog. Like, they'll be talking in a room, especially when I've been with boys in the studio, and they'll be talking amongst the boys.
Trying to holler at you.
And then I'll say something, and they'll realize that I understand what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, with you working here, being independent, what are the tips that you could give other independent artists?
I think just making it about the genuine connections, because for me, I think throughout being an independent artist, it's all about the genuine relationships and seeing where those go, whether that be creative or business. I feel like that's really where the bigger moves and the things that really mean something come from.
I mean, when you go to become an artist, this is a decision. This is a life decision. Is there a plan B if these things don't work?
Absolutely not.
No plan B.
Not for me.
This is it, 100%. So I'm guessing there is a work ethic here on a daily basis. What is that work ethic like on a day with you?
Oh, man. My friends always make fun of me because as a kid, they're like, did you even have a childhood? Because I don't even know movies from our childhood or like simple things, but honestly, like I love it that much. It doesn't feel like work to me.
So like on a daily basis, you wake up, what time? Do you go straight out, do dance classes?
I think here, obviously it's very different because we're going here, there and everywhere, but I think back home, I like to be a morning person. I like waking up early and not having anyone be able to reach my phone.
You don't touch your phone?
No, like I just want to be like journaling, gym, looking after my mental, being good for the day. I like to have the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours of my day like not attached to my phone or social media.
And then music, how does that jump in here?
Yeah, in terms of my schedule, it's kind of here, there, and everywhere. Sometimes I'll be at the dance studio for 3 hours and then go to the recording studio. I mean, being independent, I can kind of control that.
Who choreographs your dance moves for your... I know you're a dancer.
Yeah.
I mean, in our last conversation, you're a dancer first, and then the singer second. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, are you the choreographer of all your
I
music
definitely
videos?
help out a bit. It's a group effort for sure. And dancing in Australia, I've got my Lara's Angels. That's what we call my girls on tour. When we did Sold Out Festival earlier this year, I had like 10 of us on stage. So I'm excited to bring more dancers involved into the live show out here too.
I mean, that would be cool if we could have you like doing dance classes here. You know what I mean?
You know what? I actually did do a dance class. I did an appearance at GC Studios out in Quezon City. Shout out Tank, the choreographer. So he choreographed to I Might, and I came through and watched the dancers do the choreography and joined in. Tried to do it like
Is it hard?
them. It was hard.
Yeah.
man. Like I dance, but I don't do the training as much anymore.
It's all natural.
It's
anyway.
for my show, but
yeah.
I tried my best. I think I still slay.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're gonna go back on air, of course, for those that are tuning in. You're hearing her track now. This is I Might. We let y'all hear, put you on. Lara Andallo joins us online. We did continue our interview on air. We are back, just hanging out with her. We're talking about her journey to dancing with our local studios here with choreographer Tank. Now, when you release a track as an independent artist, I know one of the things that y'all plan out is a TikTok hit. Who does the dancing? How does one make a dance viral?
The TikTok dance?
Yeah.
I mean, that just comes from the stage choreography, or honestly, the fans. Like, the fans are the ones that be dancing to it, and then, it kind of takes its own wave.
Okay, and when that, comes to life, do we ever, can you remember your first ever big hit?
On TikTok?
Yeah.
Head to Toe, for sure. So Head to Toe was one of my records off my debut EP, and they just loved the dance break on it. So I was seeing the dance break all over TikTok. And even at the festival in Australia, everyone's like, oh, that's the Head to Toe TikTok girl. So,
Hey,
I mean,
okay.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, to be viral is good.
Yeah.
For the good reason.
Exactly.
Now, for those who are trying to make it as an artist worldwide, like yourself, do you think we have a shot of being from here to perform in Australia? What are the things that we need to have with us, the special powers that we
I
need?
mean, you guys are definitely dominating. Hev Arby was low-key in Australia touring earlier this year. So that was crazy for me to see. I know behind the scenes there are other artists coming out to Australia next year as well. So you guys have it all covered.
And what's the plan here for you after Philippines? Are you planning to go back on tour? Is it world domination? Are you planning to take on Los Angeles, New York City?
It's always world domination, but I definitely want to come back to the Philippines more, full stop. I've got some collaborations in the works for next year. I've got the show with Denise Julia this Saturday as well.
Yeah, tell us about that. Okay, so what's the show? What is it? Her major concert?
Yeah, so it's at the New Frontier in Quezon City. It's her first proper headline concert, so I'm excited to just see it as well and be there to support her. But she asked me to do a set just before her, so I think I'll be on it around 7 o'clock, right before Denise. And it's going to be a fun one. Like, I'm going to bring that energy. I know Denise will, so...
You have dancers already?
Not for this
it's
one.
It's just you on your
just
own?
me, but I'm going to bring the energy. I'm going to be dancing. So.
Could imagine.
Yeah.
Could imagine that. So that's something to look out for. And Christmas plans. What's your plan for Christmas? Are you going to be in town? Are you heading back? Mama's here?
Yeah, I'm heading back home, unfortunately. But like I mentioned to you, I think I'm going to come back early next year. So I'll be back for sure.
Come down here summertime. I think the summertime will be big. We all need that summer hit.
Yeah.
You got to have that summer hit.
I need to do the islands as well.
Yes, that's what you got to do. But, thank you, Lara, for dropping by here on the show. Message to all your fans.
Message to all my fans. I mean, especially for my fans here in the Philippines.
Here, you can look at the camera. So
Is it this one?
Yeah, that one.
Thank you so much for the support, and I hope to see you guys at the Denise Julia show and be there at 7 o'clock. You know the words to Obsessed. I'm going to see you there.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Lara. And one last question for me. Message for, any tips that you could give to people out there who want to pursue their dreams, becoming a pop star, pursuing their passion. What are the things that they should do? What are the do's and don'ts?
For sure. I think first and foremost is knowing that only you know what you're capable of. So don't don't rely on others to believe you. You have to believe yourself first, because if you don't have that, no one else is going to believe you. I've learned that being independent now, realizing that I'm capable of a lot of things that people didn't think or say that I was. So definitely trusting your gut and just backing yourself.
And have very supportive parents.
And that's
Yeah.
a bonus for sure.
What's your message for your mom? Mom's here.
Shout out to mom, shout out to my dad. No, honestly, without them supporting me and, coming to Australia, giving me the resources to now come back to the motherland and be able to be here and share with the community is an amazing thing.
Hey, and it is amazing indeed. You are an inspiration to many
Oh,
of the
appreciate
artists,
that.
especially the upcoming ones. There's something to look out for. But thank you very
Thank you.
much,
I
ladies and
appreciate
gentlemen.
you.
We're gonna let y'all hear the track "I Might." What's the story behind this one?
This one, I actually started it and wrote it in LA, and it was an all Asian session. So everyone in the session was Asian, 2 Filipinos who helped me co-write it as well. So it was a super special session. There's definitely the Filipino swag in there.
And then y'all got the Panda Express, huh? Especially in LA, no?
I know,
You have the
right?
pancit and all
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna hear that track. We're going out with this. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Lara Andallo.
Thank you.
Catch her show, of course. That's gonna be happening on Saturday, the Denise Julia tour that they are doing. Till then, my name is Rico Robles. We'll leave you with a track, "I Might," from Lara Andallo. In behalf of Kayla Rivera and Gail, who joined us here on the show, who should be here today. Yeah, this has been another Monster exclusive interview.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster RX93.1.